and welcome to the AV Report. I'm your host, Justin O'Connor. We had a little hiatus here at the AV Report, but we're back at it. And what I want to talk about this week is audio. This has been a topic in several of my episodes so far because I think this is a really important thing to talk about. Especially with Avixa bringing integrated experiences into the conversation. Integrated experiences has been something that integrators have been providing their clients and designers have been providing to their clients for a while. So I absolutely applaud that being part of what is in the conversation about our industry. No problems there. But I still want to make sure that we're acknowledging the focus on audio. There are plenty of applications that don't have any audio or where audio is part of the soundscape or the background, but particularly when audio is about communication, like conference rooms, it becomes not just important, it is the thing. The video supplements what the audio will do. And here's my frustration. We all talk about this. We all say this. Audio is absolutely the most important thing, and the video supplements, or if it's very visualization-driven communication, the audio is as important as the video. But then when it comes time to make compromises, it's the audio that seems to always get compromised. The audio system gets downsized, it gets crunched, it gets, oh look, I found a $75 USB puck for our audio system. 3 mics and a speaker and a thing this big for $75, but it goes out automatically USB, so we're great, we're good, we don't have to integrate anything. That is not an audio system. And so I just feel like this is a conversation we need to be having anyway, the critical nature of audio in our communications. And I don't want that conversation to be even further lost when we expand our conversation outside of just audio and video to bigger interactive and integrated and experience-based environments. So that's the point that I'm trying to drive. We talk about how important audio is, but are the actions matching that? And this is a question for all of us. And the conversation goes beyond just the audio devices, but to the acoustics of a room. Are you treating the rooms acoustically? Why not? That's the first step. Acoustic problems get solved acoustically. Otherwise, those problems are just carried through the audio chain, and you just try to continue to fight them. There are far too few rooms out there, period, that have any acoustic attention paid to the room itself. So I think that is something that's being left out of the conversation almost entirely. There are rooms that have them. I'm not saying this is a 100% case, but I think we all need to take a step back and remember how important audio is and what our actions are that are going to make sure to preserve the importance of audio and address it. So getting off my soapbox now, I'd love to hear if you agree with this, whether or not we're focusing enough on audio in practice. Again, in the conversations, we're all saying it, but what are we doing in actual practice for audio? So in the news this week, first up we have Christie Digital and their new FHD 553-XU. This is an extremely narrow bezel, 3.5mm, narrow bezel, 55-inch display, full HD. And with these displays, you can go support 4K in a 2x2 arrangement all the way up to a 10x10 arrangement. These can be mounted in a portrait or landscape orientation, and they're VESA mount compatible, and they're factory calibrated for image match and image uniformity throughout the devices. So if you're going to combine a bunch in a wall and make a video wall out of them, you get consistent quality throughout this nearly seamless application. So that's the Christie Digital FHD 553-XU. Next up, we have the Blackmagic Ultimate 12, and this is a hardware-based live compositor. So for applications where you need broadcast quality keying or augmented reality or other various graphic insets for video use, particularly in a live environment, the Ultimate 12 might be a good choice for you. This is a new iteration of Compositor for Blackmagic, and these have new algorithms with them, including better edge handling, increased color fidelity, and also better spill suppression in their operation. Additionally, because these can be used for augmented reality, if you're doing an augmented reality application, they have a new realistic layer that you can put those elements on, and they actually allow color to transmit through those objects as necessary, and it'll actually properly transmit those colors that can be seen through the objects. So again, if you're doing broadcast, or if you're doing augmented reality and you need a compositor, check out the Blackmagic Ultimat 12. And for our final news item, we have the PreSonus Studio Live AR22. This is a mixing console, digital mixing console from PreSonus, along the lines of their existing Studio Live devices, but this one is intended as a live mixing device or recording device as a hybrid, in that it has analog inputs for mic and for line. It has 16 Class A preamps, a total of 26 analog line ins, and has features that you would expect on those channels, the ability to use effects that are on board or import VST plugins, and 60mm faders, so it's a great live console, but it also works as a very quick recording device with an onboard SD recorder that can take the main mix, and you don't have to use a computer at all. You just say record, it'll record directly to that SD drive. You can also do playback from that SD drive. Or it features 24-bit 96K USB 2.0 support, audio support for Mac or Windows, so that you can send all of your input channels plus your main mix to a computer and do your recording there, or integrate directly with a DAW, digital audio workstation. So that's the new PreSonus AR22, Studio Live AR22 hybrid recording and live mixer. So that's it for the AV Report this week. I want to thank you for joining me, as always, and go see some live local music in your area, and let's prep for Halloween. I got my Boba Fett helmet ready to go for this year, so hopefully you have your Boba Fett helmet ready to go. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.